I ask bankers about their best practices in prospecting. And occasionally, I hear things that sound right, but I sometimes wonder whether they're really best practices or maybe dubious best practices. Here are 4. Bankers often say, I believe in getting involved in the community. Well, I do too. It's important for people to support the organizations in their communities that are providing services to the members of the public. But if you're thinking that community involvement always translates into new business development, you could be deluding yourself. You have to be objective. Is your involvement in the Rotary, say, actually turning into results? Second thing I hear is, I always take a CPA to lunch every week. Now, I'm not challenging the idea that CPAs can be referral sources, and I certainly believe that social interaction with your COIs makes sense, but you also have to realize that almost all CPAs will go to lunch with you. But according to most research that I've seen, only about 20% of them can actually refer business to you. So you've got to be clear about what you're trying to accomplish. If you're taking those CPAs who are referring business to you to lunch, great. If you're taking CPAs who could refer business to you, that's good too. But if you're taking CPAs who can't refer business, think again. A third thing I hear has to do with the use of credit as the lead product. A lot of bankers say, in order to get a prospect to move, it's really all about the loan. Leading with credit can be problematic in certain situations. In today's environment, many companies are not actively borrowing. So if you're trying to prospect, you might think more broadly about trying to lead not with a product, but with an approach that will help you understand better what the prospect's strategy and issues are as a business. Credit or any product could lead to a dead end. Fourth thing I hear from a lot of bankers is some skepticism about the use of social media. I hear bankers say, I don't need LinkedIn. Well, I'd suggest that those bankers ought to think again. Many bankers today are using social media in their business development efforts to research prospects, to make connections with prospects, and also to educate prospects about what's going on. LinkedIn is here to stay. If you're not taking advantage of it currently, you ought to ask some people who are. If you're looking for resources, feel free to contact us. We'd be happy to give you some ideas about things that other bankers are actually doing. So when it comes to best practices, make sure they really are best practices. Make sure they're working for you. If you're looking for coaching from us, check out our video series on YouTube at www.mzbeerleyconsulting.com.